Welcome to the YouTube channel of Design 911. My name's Lee, I'm the editor of Total 911 magazine. I've also got my own YouTube channel, That 911 Guide, be sure to check that out. I'm going to be doing a few videos with Design 911 over the coming days and weeks, but before we got into any of that, I wanted to show you my car, which is a 996 Gen 1 Carrera, also known as Little Irish. This particular car started life as a Zenith Blue model. It's kind of metallic blue with a little bit of purple in it, really. When I bought the car though, it was wrapped white. And to be honest, the wrap was absolutely hanging off, as I've documented on my YouTube channel. When we pulled the wrap off, all the paint came with it, unfortunately, so the whole car needed a respray. I then thought, therefore, well, if I'm going to respray a Porsche 911, why not do it in my favourite Porsche colour, which is Irish green. Okay, so whilst the car was in at the body shop being painted, I decided to ditch the factory deck lid, which is obviously active on the 996, and get a ducktail. Now, you might recognise the form and shape of the ducktail, it's pretty similar to the Sport Classic. It's from RPM Technic, it's from their CSR range. The deck lid, as you can see, is actually carbon fibre. I've had it painted, obviously Irish green to match the bodywork of the car, but it's super lightweight, so there's a nice weight saving higher up the car, right where it matters. Obviously the factory fan and that is all still in there. There's a little bit of conjecture online as to how good that engine is. I personally think if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so there's no modifications to that whatsoever. It is as it is, 300 horsepower that the Gen 1 came with. So that's the deck lid story. Once the car was painted, obviously put the decals on, there's a nice historical reference there. I also decided to go for the Fuchs wheels, 8 and 10 inch by 18s. They're the same as the factory GT3 wheels in fitment. I just think they look super retro, super cool, and let's face it, any 911 looks good with a set of Fuchs wheels on, don't they? Soundtrack wise, I have changed it on the 996. The factory back boxes were knackered, so I swapped them out. I've actually got a pair of Dansk Sport back boxes on there at the moment. So inside the car, first of all, most importantly, 6-speed manual. It's actually got a short shift kit on there. It's official Porsche Motorsport, reduces the throw by 30%. Momo Mod 7 wheel, courtesy of Paul Stevens. The 12 o'clock marker I've had restitched in green to match the exterior. It's Metropole blue inside, which is kind of a Marmite colour, I think, with especially the ruffled leather seats. Not a fan of that. They're the original seats, they're non-sport, they will be going, they offer 0 lateral hold, so I will be putting a set of aftermarket seats in there in due course. Also, as this is my only car, it's my daily driver, I've just fitted the Porsche Classic Communication Management, which is great for maps and everyday infotainment and connectivity. It's also instantly got a lightweight flywheel, which is a CSR item from RPM Technic, which again is great for fast road and track use, and it's fairly easy to live with around town as well. That is pretty much it as a basic rundown of my Carrera. Might as well get out on the road, shall we, and see how it drives. You may or may not know, I have always been a huge advocate of the Porsche 996. I just think it's cracking value for money. You have 991 GT2 RSs in this world that will set you back £250,000. And while the 996 won't quite deliver that sort of level of performance, it does give you a hell of a lot of Porsche for your money. You can pick up a fairly sorted 996 for around 15 grand. You can pick up a really good one for about £20,000. Yes, the 996 has its detractors, but what can't be argued is the fact that this car saved the company, the manufacturer, Porsche, from going bust at the turn of the millennium. The good news is, obviously the company continued, but there are plenty of 996s to choose from. Porsche made thousands upon thousands of them. And whilst it's important that you find the right example, because the wrong example will end up costing you quite a lot of money just to maintain the thing, but find the right one, and as I say, it's just unbelievable value for money, to the extent that I challenge you to find me a better value for money 911 than one from the 996 generation. I really am that much a believer in these cars, which, if you don't know, went from 1998 to 2004, when of course we rolled into the 997. 300 horsepower, 1,320 kilos, gives you a really good power to weight mix, which is great for fast road driving without getting into too much trouble. Same thing can't be said for the new 911s, can it? So, really good mix, plenty comfortable enough. I'm a fan. So that's a basic rundown of my own 911 Carrera. You can find out much more about this car by searching That 911 Guy on YouTube. However, on this channel, coming up in the next few weeks and months, you can expect lots of cool content by way of cars, people and products. So make sure you like and subscribe.